All right, everyone, a very warm welcome to today's webinar, the new e-learning class called Masterclass. Roman and I are going to be your hosts today, and we will talk about the new e-learning class called Masterclass. So before we get started, I just wanted to say, please use the Q&A. It is a lot more fun and interesting if I get to interact with you. So if you do have any questions or comments, please use the Q&A to let me know whatever questions you have, and I will do my best to answer them throughout the course of the webinar. And if you have any other questions during Roman's part, please ask him questions in the Q&A as well. So my name is Jennifer Schmidt. I am a member of Therefore's digital engagement team, and together with Roman Jukic, we are hosting the webinar today. Roman is the digital engagement team learning manager. He's been a learning manager and trainer for many years at Therefore, and together Roman and I are creating all of the e-learning content which you get to see on Therefore's Extranet. So you get a chance to go through all the e-learning courses, hear my voice as I go through, and see the demos and explanations which we've prepared. I did just get a question asking if this webinar is being recorded, and the answer is yes, it is being recorded. I will upload it to our YouTube channel, Therefore TV, right after this webinar today. You will then receive a link to the recording. If you've registered on the Zoom, you will automatically receive a link with that recording afterwards. You can also just Google our YouTube channel. It's called Therefore TV on YouTube, and then you'll see a playlist called webinars, and you'll see this one in there. So either way, it's really not that difficult to find. And if all else fails, you can also just email me, media@therefore.net, and I'll send you the link myself. So very good question, but of course, we are very happy to have you share and review this PowerPoint and the webinar recording at any time that you like. So having said that, what's in store for you today is going to be a very quick and simple webinar just to get you excited about our new e-learning class called Master Course. So the Master Course, Masterclass, it's the pinnacle of Therefore e-learning. It is the most advanced course that which we have created until now. Until now, every single e-learning course that we've created has been focused on a single topic. For example, a topic like e-forms, workflow, electronic document import, security. It's been one single subject, which has been very helpful because Therefore is very complex. But we haven't had an e-learning course where all these different features come together in a realistic demo like we are showing now. So now with Masterclass, we're actually putting many different features together to create one coherent demo, which is complex, realistic, and really interesting, in my opinion. So that does mean, though, that you need to have a certain amount of knowledge before you take the class. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit confusing. It's just going to be too much. So the prerequisites are you need to have taken Workflow 3, which of course means that you have to have taken Workflow 1 and 2, because Workflow 3 talks about how to create a REST call, what is a REST call, and we use REST calls in this masterclass demo. You also need to have taken e-signatures, because we use an e-signature signing service, and you also need to have taken security. So that is quite a bit of existing knowledge, but I have reviewed the e-learning records, and there are over 100 people who are already qualified to take the master class right now. So that means for many of you on this class, on the call, you have been such dedicated learners that you can take the class right away because you have already fulfilled the prerequisites. For those of you who don't have all the prerequisites, take the time to go through them and then take the master class, because I think it will be worth your time. So the master class is based on the idea of an HR demo. And then if you finish the class, we'll actually give you a small reward. So we want to send you a small goodie in the mail using FedEx after you've completed the course. And perhaps, which is even more interesting, we've actually also included an XML file at the end of the class so that you can more easily import it. You will have to resolve some conflicts, but you will have this demo then at the end, which you can use to show to customers and maybe use it even as a basis of a sale. So the benefits are plentiful. It does mean that you do have to have a little bit of knowledge to get you started so that you can take the class, but I think it's well worth it. But don't just take my word for it. Let me actually explain to you and show you in greater detail what this demo entails so that you can get excited to take the class and learn how to do the configurations yourself. So the course starts out with a role play where we talk about some of the issues that HR departments may have. Then it goes into the actual solution, which contains 3 separate workflows. The first workflow is an e-form, which starts at the workflow to process the job application. Then the candidate who are accepted are added to the HR case file. We also demonstrate using a category as a reference table because we use this as a database for all of the employees at the company. Then there's an onboarding workflow, which starts automatically if the candidate accepts the job offer. That includes a REST call, which automatically creates a new employee in the HR software. And then we use another workflow to send the contract for signature using DocuSign. And by having that integration with DocuSign, of course, it's a very smooth automatic process. There's no paper involved, and it's a very fast, easy way to get that contract signed by the new employee and returned back to their firm. But that's not it. That alone would already be a really good demo and a really interesting and complete solution. But we've taken it a step further. We've actually added an element where we ask you to look at this solution, critique it, and then try to come up with a possible alternative solution, which is even better. And then we go through the alternative solution. We highlight some of the pitfalls in this solution and then show you another way it could be configured. For the purposes of keeping Masterclass really interesting and exciting, I am not going to show you any of the alternative solutions in this preview, but if you do take the class, you will cover the alternative solution in greater detail as well. And the purpose of having these 2 solutions is to kind of give you guys alternative ways of handling certain issues and to help you develop these critical thinking skills and these analysis skills, which are so important when creating a solution for real customers. And of course, in an e-learning situation, I don't have the benefit of being able to have a one-on-one discussion with you. I really wish there was a way of having that kind of individual attention. But this was the best possible way that I could think of to kind of develop those skills, is to show you one solution and then ask, how can it be improved? And then show you some possible improvements. So I think it's really interesting. It's really realistic. And yeah, I'm really curious to hear the actual feedback once you guys actually go through the class. So as we all know, this is really an important type of demo to do because HR challenges are plentiful, they're ubiquitous, they're present in almost every single company. When you have a poor HR process, you have so many different challenges that you need to face. You have poor visibility, job applications come in several formats maybe. It's difficult onboarding. I mean, I know from friends, they've started jobs and nothing is ready and they don't have the right permissions in their IT infrastructure. They don't have the tools that they need on their first day. Just signing the contract, sometimes they have to go physically into the office, even if it's a remote position, or they have to mail the contract. That also takes time. Just getting the infrastructure ready, the HR program, it's also a physical and manually challenging event. Plus, physically storing all the documents also takes up a lot of time and takes up valuable real estate. So this is a process which we're all familiar with. It has lots of real-world benefits. So that's why we've chosen HR to use as the basis for this masterclass. So now that I've spoken a little bit about this challenge, I'm launching a poll right now called the Masterclass Quiz. And the questions are what you see on the screen here. What do you think the solution should be? A, is it using an e-form for the job applications? B, using a couple of workflows, using a REST call to create a new employee, or is it D, all the above? So if you can answer the question here, you should see the pop-up on your screen. And I'll end the poll now. And the answer is, of course, D, all the above. So this is the solution that we're showing in the masterclass. We're showing you how to use eForm, workflows, REST calls, and more to create a complete HR solution. So congratulations, almost all of you have answered the question correctly. And I'm excited to I'm excited to see how you guys do in the course itself. So if we go through the actual solution here, you can see here's the eForm that starts at the job application. This is the workflow. I'm going to go through this on purpose very quickly, because if I go through it too slowly, it's going to be a little bit of a repeat of what the e-learning course contains, right? So here you can see this is the job application workflow that we have. Then the benefits of this is that we have clear visibility of where the job application is in the process. Then if the candidate accepts the offer, we're using this copy document task to copy the candidate information into our category, which functions as a HR case file to trigger the start of the next workflow. The next workflow is then using this employee list reference table. And here we're using this REST call to create the new employee in the HR software. And then this is the onboarding workflow that you can see here. We have two parallel paths. And we're making a very interesting use out of this copy document task, as I mentioned before, to have the document be copied into the category, which functions as a reference table. So really, really useful technique, which you can use in many other situations as well. We use this technique ourselves. Oftentimes it's extremely versatile, and it is something that I think everyone who's creating solutions for customers should be able to do. Then we are using a REST call to create a new employee in the HR system. So the HR system that we're using in our demo is called QuickBooks. It's a really good software to use for demos because it is realistic. They have an excellent sandbox environment. You get demo accounts for free, which means that you can very easily use it as a demo without having to pay any extra money. And they have excellent documentation. So we do show you exactly what you need to enter in there to make this REST call happen. So this is another really interesting and powerful part of the software demo that we're doing here. And then finally, we are using the create document task to create the employment contract. So we're using the index data that's in there to create a new document, which is then the employment contract. And that employment contract is then sent for signing using DocuSign. And then this is the DocuSign signing process here, which we also show you how to configure. So as you can see, this demo is already extremely good, but it's not perfect. And no demo is ever perfect, of course, because every demo to be used in a real-world situation would need to be adapted to the personal needs and preferences of every customer. But we do go into some possible pitfalls and then show you a completely new configuration within the course. So let me see if I see any questions. And the question is, have you verified that the content of this masterclass is more complex? No, it has more complex than 50 or 60% of the solutions or configurations deployed by agents in the market. No, there's no way that that would be possible for us to do. However, it is, and I've never made the claim that that would be true. I've said it's more complex than any other solution that we've shown thus far. So it is the most complex solution that we have shown in our e-learning thus far. And if you go through the e-learning course, it actually states that every single solution and every single demo would need to be customized and probably also further altered to meet the demands of your customer. So this is a very good learning demo. It's a very good learning situation, but I would never tell you to sell this solution as we have shown it directly to a customer, because that's simply, one, it's bad selling, but also it's not realistic because every single solution should meet the needs and the demands of the customer that you're dealing with. Good, but I think nonetheless, it is extremely interesting. It is very good learning content. And I'm now going to hand over to Roman to do a demo of one of the demos that we show, just so that you get further information on what you can expect to see within the e-learning course. So Roman, I'm going to stop sharing, if it's all right, and then I'll hand it over to you.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me check if I can share my screen. I guess you can see it, right?
It says it started to see, but it's only black. Now I see it, yeah.
Okay. So basically, thank you, Jennifer, for nicely introducing, our new e-learning course. So we will not keep you that much on the call. So as Jennifer said, the purpose is just to give you some introduction of our new course, and then you will explore further, what is there. So the course is already available over there, and as also Jennifer mentioned a couple of times, so we were providing like two different solutions of the same let's say process, but as also she mentioned, there is no ideal solution in the world. So basically the same process in two different organizations, even in same street, in same country, could look different. But our goal was to teach you on how you can combine our best features together. So in her first slides, you have seen that we were using our top features such as e-forms, workflows, call rest tasks, integration with the signature providers, case management, and etc. And I will stop talking now. And as I said, I created just one short video that is, by the way, available also in the course. And I will just show you a user experience of the first process. You will see that the second version of the process could look completely different. So certain tasks, for instance, or events, when the employment contract is going to be signed, when you are going to create a new employee in external ERP system and things like that, can be completely created in different stages of your workflows. And as I said, you will explore that further. So to stop talking, I will just start one video of the first process, and I will just talk through it because we would like to keep it very short and give it to you more time to explore the course. Yeah, I hope it's going. Yeah, so we are starting the process by, here is the process for the job application forms. So we would like to hire the best possible candidate, and everything starts, with populating one e-form. So our potential candidates and applicants will populate a simple e-form that can be published on the website of our company. And then once the e-form has been submitted, of course, our workflow will send the notification to the applicant that we received that application, and also some internal people from the department will be assigned to the task to review the form that we received. And you can see also here, we can see the history of the process of reviewing the CV is the task that you can see at the moment. And of course, the person at that stage can decide if we would like to interview this candidate, or if the candidate is not for us, we can just reject the application. also at the moment, what you can see on the screen, of course, we would like to promote as much as we can our web client. So without using any installation on your computer, you can just access to the task by using our web client. And as you can see also here, we are going through the several steps until we have face-to-face interview with the candidate. And here at the moment, you can see also that we can create a new interview evaluation sheet based on the Word template. In this case, this is like a manual operation. It can be automatic as well. And after doing this, the interview evaluation sheet will be saved back to the system, to the relevant category for it. And you will see the process will end by creating a new employee in our external ERP system, and basically new case for employee will be created, which will trigger another workflow for onboarding by using the case synchronization option. So we are using also reference tables for it that are connected on the case level. But as you can see here, this process is the simple one, so I'm stopping it for a while. So at the end, if we decided to hire our candidates that we would like, we send the job offer email, and then as a last step in the workflow, we are copying the values of this candidate to the case management. We are using here the copy document task. So once again, our aim is to use our standard features. Of course, this operation could be done by using the call rest task as well. But here we would like to show also how simply you can do it by using the copy document task. This process, as Jennifer also mentioned, you will see can be significantly improved, because also here you can maybe find on this diagram some missing parts. But as you can see here, there is no option.
Don't tell them. Let's see if somebody can.
Okay.
Let's see if somebody can get it.
Yeah. Okay, I will stop talking then. And like this is like just the user experience of the first process. There is another process that is starting after this one.
Guys, write your comments in the Q&A. Show the job application again. See if somebody here who has a good eye. There's quite a few. So if you guys caught a pitfall, this one is quite. There's some quite obvious ones. Yeah, of the.
I don't know where I was.
I saw somebody I know.
Yeah.
I saw some really experienced guys on the call, but you guys should be able to get some of these.
Yeah.
Write it down in the Q&A. I'm waiting.
Yeah, here probably they can see the.
Yeah.
I already.
Who's paying attention? Who's paying attention? Come on, guys.
Yeah, over here, I don't know if it's too small. Maybe
No, you can see it. You can see it really well.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Come on. There's Katrin Germain. You should get it. Sasso, you're on the call too. Clint, one of you have got to come up with. Okay, let me see. What we got here? No status update for approved. Yeah, Martin, you're on the right track.
Yeah.
But what's happening here? There's something right after set to offer made. What should be happening after set to offer made, guys? Yes! I don't know your name. Risto Atanasov. Why do you not have a reject email? Reject after review. Yeah, that's right. No, and Mac, way good. Mac, you get the point. This is exactly what I was expecting you guys to say. Number one, no offer rejection option. That's right. So, Mac, you get the gold medal. I wish I could send you something, but that's one of the obvious weaknesses. Yeah. But there's other ones as well.
Yeah, for some maybe this looks like a really basic process, you know, consisting of just few tasks, and that was our goal, that was our intention, you know, because you will see then another solution. As we all know, you know, that you start designing one process and then very often customer or you come up with some other ideas and alternative paths in your workflow. And as I said, sometimes certain events should start, you know, earlier or after certain things are done in the process, and we will keep it as a secret. So we now really wish you happy learning,
Yeah.
you know, with our new e-learning course, and I think that you will enjoy. Jen, the
I
stage
agree.
is
There's nothing
yours.
else to say. You guys are awesome. Thank you for participating. And I think if you guys have so many ideas right now, you'll enjoy the course because we have even more options in the course as well for potential improvements. So
thank you very much, and enjoy.
yeah. And then one final thing, I got a comment here to change the e-signing provider to Scribe, since we're selling Scribe and Canon. Yeah, we can do it. The reason why we were originally using DocuSign, because DocuSign made it a little bit easier to get demo accounts than Scribe did. But we do have a Scribe demo account, so in the future when we do demos, we can use Scribe. That's a very good point. Thank you, Jorgen. But yeah, it's just basically historic because we had the templates and everything already configured. But Scribe is also very good, and especially if you're selling Scribe directly, it makes sense for us to show that with our demos. So good point. Other than that, happy learning, and I can't wait to see who will be the first one to finish this course, and we will send goodies in the mail starting in October. So you guys have some time and stay tuned because I think you will like the goodies as well. So thank you very much, and that's it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.